Right. Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome. Hope that you guys are all doing good. What's up, KB? Yes, sir. Good to have you guys all live with us. It will just be me today. Andre is traveling, so just me. But let's see what we can catch. We'll see what markets are presenting right now. ES and NQ basically opening up where Friday's open was at. Friday's open was at 969. On ES, we are sitting at 968 at the moment. So not much or at least too much to speak of at the minute. The DAX is moving higher overnight. We took out previous day's highs and just continued to take out those levels. Stocks, however, are sitting down pre-market. We got NVDA down, Tesla down. So we do have a little bit of, completely the Mag 7 are all trading lower as we speak. The VIX is trading higher as well, up 2% today. So, Mark, good to have you on. From the broader watch list as well, we do have quite a few shares trading lower too. AMD, Robinhood, only Palantir and Pfizer trading higher. So, going to be interesting to see what we do get heading into the open here, as mentioned. Okay, so just keep that on the lookout, and we'll see if we can catch anything as we speak, as I said. But yeah, I hope that you guys are had a great weekend, and let's have a great week of trading. Let's go to the ES. So ES levels that I'm looking at, this is a 50-minute time frame, pretty much similar to what I was looking for on Thursday and Friday. So let's just go levels that I am looking at the moment. Again, I think if we clear 940, we do take downside. From the resistance point of view, I'm looking up here at 990. So we'll see if we can, hold there. Underneath there, I would be looking for shorts up to that level there. We have taken out previous day's lows. So if we go to the edgeful data here, previous day's range report. Okay, let's go to ES. Yeah. Good to have you on, KB Mark. Say what's up in the chat. I know there are a few guys that are trading live with us as always. But yeah, just me on today. Andre is going to be on Friday again. We do have a bank holiday in Japan today, but otherwise no news. We did have NFP Friday last week. But yeah, let's just go to that extended market hours. When we do take out the previous day's lows, let's have a look at the last year. That'll basically be last year and a little bit of this year. If we take out the previous day's lows, 59% of the time we do close as a bearish closing day. You guys know that I'm going to probably be looking for those continuations if we do look to take that 950 level as well. But that's what I got on the chart so far. What are your thoughts heading into the open year? Got a few guys texting me their thoughts as well. Nice. Come on, guys texting that the Niners beat the Eagles. Yeah, and Bulls beat the Jags. Pretty interesting. Some NFL playoff games this weekend. Hey, what's up, Ramon? Happy Monday, bro. Happy Monday. Perfect. So, as I said, we got the previous day's lows taken out. That will possibly dictate a potential shorting opportunity. Okay. Just having a look at 5 things to know this morning. Just getting CNBC up. Yeah, nothing too interesting coming across this morning. Let's just get that other up, see if there's anything else to be aware of. There you go, 5 things to know, but this is a video, so we're not going to watch this. 5 things to know before the stock market opens today. Let's just have some news. Meta names former Trump advisor as president. Trump credit card rate cap unclear. Devastating risks, insider says. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we'll see what happens heading into the open. Yeah. Why I'm also taking our previous day as lows. Nasdaq as well. Actually, Nasdaq still trading as an inside day. So it is actually interesting. Nasdaq is still trading as an inside trading day. We do have, as I said, all of the Mag 7 stocks trading down right now. So that will be interesting. But again, we'll see what happens in the open, see if we can get anything here, some live trades with you guys, and see if we can take you into the open with a nice start the week with a nice win. Yeah, what's up, Kowalski? Good to have you on. So you guys know that I love day trading the indexes, and I have been looking at a few potential swing plays on some of these stocks. Tesla has just broken the 5-day moving average, so maybe something like this, what we could see from a longer term play. If it can hold that 5-day SMA, which is that black line coming across my screen, I would be looking for potential longs back into the upside. On the daily time frame, we are sitting at that 50 EMA, which is the blue line coming across my screen. So just some potential swing plays. You guys know I love day trading indexes, but I do swing trade stocks as well. So just something that I'm going to look. I always look to place potential entries into the close. We got the open now in 9 minutes. Okay. If you want to make sure to go check out all my links and everything like that, I'll put them in the chat as well. Make sure to check edgeful out. Link is over there. You actually get a 7-day free trial via that link. Should work. So we definitely had quite a bullish close the last couple of trading days on these indexes. S&P 500 is trading at all-time highs, close at all-time highs on Friday. So things definitely looking very, very bullish right now. NASDAQ as well. Okay, closing at all-time highs. Well, actually, NASDAQ popped a little bit higher, but closing at those highs at 25,900, almost 26K on Friday, too, before obviously pre-market here trading lower. So maybe a potential gap fill play that we could be looking on ES or NQ. We'll keep that in mind. Heading into the open in 8 minutes time. Yeah. Any questions, any thoughts in the chats? Make sure to put it through. Got my levels on ES that I'm looking at. Okay. And yeah, I'm a bit neutral this morning, I must say. Last day in South Africa, sunny skies. So we'll see if we can start off the week with a nice win. So as I said, we've taken our previous day's lows. Okay, so 59% of the time we will close as a bearish closing day, but we'll see how the first market first 30 minutes to hour plays out as well. As I said, maybe just a little bit of a pullback overnight before we could potentially see longs come into open, which we close on Friday. But I'll go through any of the reports that I'm looking at. We'll see what the Watson plays as soon as it comes up. Yeah. Perfect. Anyone got any thoughts? Got burn trade in London this morning. Let's see what New York has to offer. Yeah, Mark. I would say personally that yes, sir. Connor, what's up, my brother? Personally, Mark, I would say only look to trade one session, bro. Just my own personal opinion. But I think when you do try and put yourself into trading all sessions every single day, you do get tired out quite quickly. So that would be my advice on that. Especially when you're trading ES and NASDAQ in the London session, there's just lower volume. New York session is where it's at. Use RTH or ETH for trading. I use the extended trading hours, so ETH, electronic extended trading hours. I use ETH, bro. I like to look at what's happening pre-market, post-market, and all that good stuff. So I use extended trading hours. Good to have you on. What's up, Connor? Yeah, so my thoughts, I've just got some levels there that I'm watching. We had NFP on Friday where we are trading back at where we moved higher on Friday. I was kind of off on the desk on Friday, so didn't manage to catch anything there. But we are still trading at that base where we failed to move lower on Thursday with a very, very choppy trading session. I managed to short the NASDAQ. I put this in the live chat as well in the Discord. If you aren't on the Discord, make sure to get the Discord on the left-hand side here on the edgeful screen. And then if you aren't subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button. If you're watching on my YouTube, edgeful's YouTube, make sure to subscribe. You can also subscribe to all of my channels as well. Okay. Via the link in my bio. I have put in the chat too. Okay, so, and then check edgeful out there too. So, yeah, I took that nice little short on Thursday, off the New York session VWAP back down to the lows. You guys saw that. I put it in the Discord. Took that trade live on my trading room. I trade live with edgeful Mondays and Fridays, and my trading room Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. We've got the open now in 3 minutes, so let's see what it brings. Yeah, 100% get that. There are definitely some opportunities. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be opportunities every single day that you trade during all market hours. I mean, you can find opportunities all the time. I'm just saying, like, long term, you don't want to be trading. I mean, I've been doing this 9 years. You don't want to be trading all day, every single day. It's just a piece of advice. You can take it or leave it. But just, yeah, I would say you're probably better off just looking at one session. And for me, that's the New York session. If you're going to swing trade, look for opportunities in the New York session to place swing trades. But I think when you are glued to your screen 24/7, Mark, I know that you've just gone full time. It's you're going to tire yourself out. This is my own personal opinion. I would rather have more. I mean, there's going to be opportunities all day, every single day. You could say come in the middle of the night, South African time, and say there's short opportunities in the Asian session. There's always going to be opportunities. I would still say condense yourself into a selected time zone. That's what I would say. Also, have a look at your stats. Are you making more money in the London session or New York session? Do what's working, get rid of what's not. I'll be interested to see your stats, Mark. I use TradeZilla to get my stats, but have a look at your stats. Are you making money in the London session? If not, cut it out. There's just no point for you to be trading, 8 hours a day. You get into this job or career because you want more time back, but then you spend 10 hours a day looking at screens. So it's just my own personal opinion on that. I know Connor and a few of the guys that I've worked with here in the live chat can probably attest to that. It's got the open coming out now. Yeah, take it into consideration. Look at your own stats. Obviously, everyone's going to be different, but look at your stats. And take it into consideration. That's just my own opinion on that. Perfect. Got the open here in 28 seconds. Let's see what happens. Yeah, and then back at about 4. Yeah, I mean, I used to do that for many years. I just cut out the London session. Wasn't worth my time anymore. I was getting so drained and tired. So I just trade New York session now. And so, as I said, I still swing trade stocks. So I'll have a look in the New York session as well for potential opportunities there. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a pop here to the high side on the NASDAQ. NVDA getting a little bit of a pop as well. Same as Tesla. Tesla getting a little bit of some movement too. Yeah, but ES and NQ moving up so far. As I said, it's been tough. I mean, look at it was something interesting just to have a look at. Like, look at the DAX. It's pretty crazy. We've had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bullish days in a row coming into today. It's pretty wild. Okay, so markets open. Yeah, still trading. I mean, it's tough to be short this market at the moment. Look at the 50-minute coming off of that, and hourly coming off of that 5-day SMA. Tesla's dumping, yeah, but NVIDIA up. NVIDIA is trading higher. So interesting. Yeah. See Tesla taking a little bit of a knock. What's Apple doing? Apple flipping. Apple actually looks pretty good to break out. If it can get above this 259, 260 level, looks pretty decent for longs. As I said, I'm always looking for potential swing plays on stocks as well. So we'll chat about that as we head into the session. But let's stay focused on the indexes right now. Yeah, I mean, tough to be a seller right now. Yeah, NVIDIA getting big lift off. Yeah, that should bring all markets up personally. Anyone got any thoughts? Any trades that they're looking at right now? As I said, I normally wait 15 minutes to let the market do what it needs to do before I look to start positioning myself. You can see, as Mark was saying, they tested dumping off, but look at that wick now. And we could easily flip on that. We are sitting again. Remember what I said? It's kind of like a break and retest of that level, starting to maybe turn before looking for some potential move higher. So if Tesla wants to go, we could definitely see movement to the high side with stocks getting up. Only trading 9:30 to 11:30, by the way, more than enough. Yeah, I agree with that, Kowalski. The longer you do this, the more you realize, geez, you don't need to be on the desk all the time. I agree. Okay, Nasdaq's up 70 points from the open, 80 points. What are you trading mainly, Kowalski? Let's just get that off the screen. Okay, so ES back up above 980. Yo, what's up? Sitting my hands, wait for maybe a retracement to go long buyer's market right now. Yep. Shorts have just been getting squeezed. Robinhood now flipping as well. Look at that. Robinhood now up 2% on the day after being down. I was actually buying this on one of the streams back up here, back in December, I believe it was. Yeah, look there, back up at 120 levels. So let's see if we can get some of that pumping as well. And NVIDIA, strong buy here on NVIDIA. I did like NVIDIA to take out on Friday, to take out these longs. So let's see what we do get here as well. We're now flipping green. Look at the Mag 7 index flipping green on the day. Yeah, look at that. This is the Mag 7 index. So it's got all of the Mag 7 stocks in it. What's up, Kowalski? What were you saying? What are you saying sorry for? I asked, what are you trading mainly? Yeah, I asked what are you trading mainly your side? Nasdaq. Yes. What are you mainly focused on? Okay, so Mag 7 mainly flipping green. Yeah, we got Tesla as well. Look at Tesla spark down, and now look at that, taking out pre-market highs on Tesla. Super interesting. MNQ only currently, but want to back test ES and GC2. Yeah, I think if you're day trading, you should focus on a select handful of assets, and then put that into swing trading practices and long-term investments. That's personally what I would recommend. It's what I do. It's what I enjoy doing. So I'll day trade like ES, NQ, and maybe like NVDA and Tesla, and then I'll look to swing trade a whole basket of stocks, South African stocks, sometimes some crypto. But in terms of day trading, I don't really look too much besides ES, NQ. A little bit of YM and NVDA and Tesla, but besides that, I think that is the right way to do it. So ES taking out this level now. Again, like the what's in play. Let's go over to the what's in play section. How first day watching and trading using edgeful, been researching it in the last 2 weeks. Just went long on Nasdaq for gap fill. Yeah, we were speaking about the gap fill trade that could be working. Yeah, look at that NQ gap fill size, 100%. Not interested in gold. Personally, I don't trade day trade gold. I mean, I might have a few swing trades on it where I hold for like a week plus. But in terms of day trading, really only looking at ES, NQ, NVIDIA, Tesla. Really, I might day trade one or two other stocks, but mainly ES, NQ, and then I'll swing trade stocks and sometimes gold, Bitcoin, stuff like that. But that's for like I'll swing trade like that on an hourly chart. But day trading only really the indexes. I can't trade stocks on props, but once I have live funding, I'll do the same as you. Yep, I agree. That's what I think it's the smart way to do it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. We can have a look at gold though. Gold's up 2% today. Silver's up 7%. Look at that. Just gaps up and starts moving. Gold's back at all-time highs. It's one-way traffic to the high side, that. If NVIDIA clears this level of 185, that might trigger a swing position for me long as well. As I did say, I did like it where we are sitting on the daily 50 EMA. But that I always enter at the close from day trading aspect right now. Nasdaq or something like this, I would like a little bit of a retest before looking to go long. That gap fill would have been very, very nice. Maybe pre-market, you take the entry there, stop loss at the low, and you're looking to target that gap fill price. Gap fill price currently 25,929, give or take. Yeah, he is blowing through that 880 level, 980 level. Just soaring through it. Spread on futures too high for me in the UK. Just trade NAS. What do you mean the spread on the futures if you trade it on your CFD broker, Stuart? Is that what you are referring to? What's the data showing for edgeful today? Well, that gap fill would have been pretty nice, as you can see. Okay, let's just go to the futures tickers. I've just got ES and NQ selected over here. But that gap fill would have worked pretty nicely. Okay. That RCT opening retracement, so trading back towards the level. those longs would have worked really, really nicely in your favor, actually. So the what? Yeah, what's up? What's up, John? John Wick. Yeah, explain to me what you mean, sure, about those futures, the futures pricing. If you're trading, are you trading them futures contracts or on your CFD platform as the futures? But yeah, Nasdaq, S&P, Dow, and sometimes Russell. Nice. Yeah, good to have you on. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe to my channel or the edgeful channel as well. And then, as I said, everything that you need, bottom left hand side, Discord. And if you got the edgeful subscription, you can get the indicators. Okay. And new view app indicators can become available soon. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm interested in this level, maybe like a retest of it and then back up towards previous days highs, which would be back up above 7,000. Oh, spread betting is tax free. NAS is 1 pips, NQ is 10 pips. Yeah. So if you're trading them on that makes sense. It makes sense. What's the Dow doing? The Dow. Look at that wick on the Dow. Jeez. That's crazy. Yeah, things are looking like it wants to move higher right now. All of the indexes just ripping at the open. We're only 11 minutes into the open. And things are just one-way traffic. Again, I think dips are just being bought right now on the stocks. Look at that. Robinhood Palantir now up. Palantir looks nice for longs as well. Trading above now 180. So that could be something I could be looking at later on. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Trade the CFD contract then for I know in the UK you get tax benefits for the spread betting accounts. Yeah, this is pretty crazy rip right now. Jeez. Okay, so ES clearing 990 now. Maybe back up towards 7K. Again, I don't really find that I trade too much like in the first 50 minutes. I like to just let things settle and I look to pick up my pieces from there. Yeah, NVIDIA. As I said, I think if NVIDIA gets above 186, I think we start to move on that. Back up to about 190, 195 maybe. Let's have a look more again at the edgeful what's in play. This is the new what's in play section with edgeful. So we can see that gap fill on ES and NQ. I like to look at the screener once we do have the open. Okay, so let's just go to futures. You can normally have all as well. So all of the stock, you can have some stocks and futures on there just to see what is in play from the screener side of things. That's what I use mainly once the open happens. mostly pointing bullish right now. The opening candle continuation, I'll normally look at the first hour. Okay, you can customize this as well, 50 minutes, but yeah, we can go like that. Let's save that. And then just refresh. Okay, so yeah, mostly pointing towards the longs right now. Okay. Okay, first 50 minutes. So we got the orb set now too. Yes, orb set. We had to have a 25-point orb on ES. I think that's relatively. See, look at this. Now, first 50 minutes, mostly bullish. Look at that. Again, you can customize it. I'll put this back to the first hour and save it. I'll be back to neutral. Okay. RB still forming. RB by rejection. All of these are being bullish at the moment. In the previous day's range, a lot of them have taken out the highs already, stocks. On the stock side of things, okay? We'd like something like this on the NASDAQ where we come back down and then look to take the longest. But let's just see. We might not even get that. I'm looking at this as a 15-minute time frame. We can even go down to a 5. YM. Yeah, YM. Look at that bond YM. Jeez. Okay, NVDA trading above its VWAPs as well. I know André likes to look for those levels too. So anyone in any trades? Anyone got any thoughts right now or what direction they would like to trade in? Right now, I'm flat. Again, just something interesting that we can see over here. Let's just go to the volume trends by weekday. You guys have probably heard me speak about this quite a few times on our live streams. But look how on ES, how the volume picks up to start as the week continues, as the week progresses. Monday into Friday, the volume just picks up. So Mondays aren't usually days where you just want to come in gunsling because the volume will pick up. Luckily, I'm likely catching up higher possible. I've been scalping that NQ top for a few points every dip. Nice. But even like look in the video, how the volume picks up. It's got a Tesla. Yeah, still on a Friday and Thursday more than what a Monday is. Yeah, I agree. That YM does look like it wants to play catch up there. Coming off the previous day's lows, maybe back towards the 750 level. I'll be a 200-point higher. So you've been scalping on the 1 minute of those dips there. Nice, just for a couple of points. I do like the longs. I just don't want to be buying it up at this level. I'll have to have on the NASDAQ. I'd have to go stop like something like that, which would be pretty big. So I do like the longs. I agree with you. Just want to let just price shake out there. We don't have any news in terms of earnings. Let's just see when our next earnings calendar. Let's go here. See the earnings that we do have coming up. You can also look at this on TradingView, the earnings calendar as well. Let's just continue with that email. Look at Tesla. Tesla picking up nice momentum here. Okay, so no real big earnings this week. I think next week is where Google and then some of them report. Yeah, we've got Netflix next week. And then the following week, yeah, end of Jan, I think it was. Tesla, Microsoft, Meta, Starbucks, Apple, Visa, Yeah. Let's see when Google does Amazon MD Google reports on the 3rd of Feb. Okay. I would like to maybe go long Netflix bank earning this week. Yeah. Which bank earnings are you talking about when you say that? I must say, I do like potentially Netflix if we take our previous day's highs for a long. If we go to the reports of Tesla, sorry, let's go to Tesla over here and let's go to the report section, previous day's highs. Okay. Tesla, when we take out the previous day's highs, previous day's range report. Last 6 months, take out the previous day's highs, 61% of the time we close as a bullish closing day. Let's see last 2 years. Yeah, 62. So relatively, yeah, there we go. We're coming up to take that 448 level, 450. Again, remember that's what I was speaking about for potential swing position. You could go, this is something that I might play at the close today to see how we close, maybe stop here underneath 424, and I might look to take it back up towards the highs there, something like that. Okay, on Tesla from a swing trading perspective. We're clearing the 5-day SMA right now. What's up, Mr. Zink? Looking, yeah, how you doing? I'm doing good, bro. All good. How you going? Any trades for you so far, Mr. Zink? Mr. Zink streams here Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays on Edgeful's channels, as well as his own, obviously. Just one-way traffic to the high side right now, Mr. Zink. Just the longs are just setting in again. Just every single dip being bought. As I was saying, I do like that potential for the Tesla long swing position. And also from a daily time frame perspective, we got nice room back up towards the highs. We got 10% back up towards those highs. We're coming off of that daily 50 EMA too. So that's something I'm going to be keeping my eye out for at the close for potential entry of a swing long. YM is getting a little bit of movement now as well, playing catch up. NASDAQ and ES just leading this charge right now. Yeah, as I said, NVIDIA takes out that 186 level. We could see some movement back up. Highs are 210. Yeah, if I wanted to be long, I would have had to go long into the open, which I don't particularly like. Anyone here trade long into the open or positions into the open, I don't particularly like it unless I'm trading with a wider stop. Got to leave now. Have a phone call. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, cheers, Kolsky. Cheers, Kolsky. Have a good one, bro. So we can see even the South African markets now picking up as well. VIX coming down. Palantir. Let's have a look at Palantir. See, even Palantir, like for a potential swing player as well, we are now clearing that 5-day SMA, which again is that black line coming across my screen. Okay. So potential long, maybe even for me, swing play with a stop down underneath those levels and looking to swing it back higher. Yes, back up at 7K. I'm just staying flat for now. We'll see what happens. NASDAQ algo just went off. You want any trades? I mean, this is just moving higher right now. Jeez, yeah, this is just moving higher. Pretty crazy, actually. Just one-way traffic. With Tesla now almost up 1%. Mark, how you going in the chat? Yeah, I got those the bank earnings. You can again go to the trading view. Trading view, if you come over here and you hit products, screeners, or calendars, earnings. Yeah, calendars and earnings. Yeah, bank. Yep. I got some bank earnings this week. Quite right. Tuesday, yeah, Tuesday pre-market and then post-market. Yeah, Bank of America pre-market earnings tomorrow. Yeah, quite right. Yeah, I mean, I'm still flat right now. I mean, I would have liked to be long, but it is a tougher long way. Just things moving straight up. You'd have to be trading momentum on that and to start the week. Just wanted to see what we do get into the open, right? Yeah, nothing yet. Makes sense. Again, if you are looking to get long but not in a position yet, I think you'd rather just wait. You know, trading sometimes is less is more. It's not the sexy thing, but yeah. Yeah. Only other thing I would say is Tesla could be setting up what was Apple doing? Apple was wanting to take out those highs to 60. So I'm trying to hold them. Yeah, I had my best day on Friday, so not looking to jump into anything. Great, brilliant. Great to hear, Mark. See, YM is trying to play a little bit of catch up here. YM's taking our opening range high. Definitely looks, I mean, with that pin to the downside, that pin on YM is 300 points. Again, like sometimes the unsexy stuff is just sitting and waiting. But let's see, we do have the first 30 minutes printing now on the edgeful screener. So let's go back up to the edgeful screener. Okay. Let's go. Let's put that opening candle continuation the first 30 minutes and see what we are getting. Customize. Let's make it first 30 minutes and then save. We can see everything's printing long. So I always, always show guys or traders, and trading doesn't, the easy part is finding entries. The hard part is sometimes just sitting on your hands when moves like this are happening without you, and you just got to keep composed. You can't be looking to trade. You can, trading can be exhilarating and stressful, or can be boring and repetitive, and you're just looking to play your edge over time. There's obviously going to be times when you're wanting to swing hard on certain setups and days when markets are in your favor, but you don't need to be, swinging all day, every single day. That's just that's going to weigh you out mentally. So NVIDIA also holding its New York session VWAP. Those longs also look like it could be sitting in, and that would lead NASDAQ higher as well. Yeah, very good stuff with your having a best day on Friday, Mark. That's cool to hear, bro. Glad that you're starting to, get your consistency up. Are you trading props personal? Who's here trading props or personal? But yeah, as we are, make sure to subscribe to all the channels that you are watching. We got live streams every single day. As I said, we'll see if we can find positions. If not, that does sometimes call to some hands. As I said, like I'm live on here Mondays and Fridays, and then my live trading room, you can get a free first month using the code first, and then go check out edgeful. Link is in the bio as well. Okay. Yeah, mostly prop. Nice. Should use prop firms to accelerate your own growth. I agree. Where are you guys tuning in from? Where's everyone tuning in from? In the chat where you are tuning in from. Any questions, please? Any questions with edgeful, with trading that I can speak on, that I can answer when markets are like this? Just let me, let's see what we can talk about while we wait for potential setups. Yeah. So day of just sitting on hands right now. If NVIDIA holds the New York session VWAP, that could be a potential intraday play that it would look to take. Okay, Nasdaq coming back into its opening range here. Yeah, also, I have found that some of my best trades come after 10 a.m. Eastern time, personally, which we've just gone past now. But all the data with the edgeful lining up for longs. So that's what I'm going to be focused on. And if something changes, also wait, the RB should set. So that should give us a direction too. And that could obviously change that as well. But for now, it's longs or flat. Mag 7 index also looking very great for longs as well. So that's all of the Mag 7 stocks combined into one chart. Okay. Let's go back to ES. Yeah, anyone put in the chat here. Any questions, any thoughts, any reports that you guys like using with edgeful personally as well? Let me know. As I'm always open to learning. Maybe how I could have even traded this breakout here today. How do you guys look at it? See what gold's doing. Bitcoin's actually trading lower as well. Gold still up, and silver up 7.5%. So that continues to rip. I was looking at Oracle for some potential swing plays. Let's just go to like an hourly time frame. You know, we got some support that we are forming here. So I was looking at some of these for some potential swing plays. But yeah, NVIDIA holding up. So that should hold up the indexes as well. Yeah, I guess just sitting on your hands for now. Yeah, any reports that you guys like using with edgeful, or how's it helped you? Anything that you guys want to touch on? Any psychology topics, anything like that? Obviously, André will be back live with me on Friday. That does help when you have two guys on stream. Definitely helps keep the flow going. Make sure to check out edgeful. The link is in my bio. I'll put it in the chat here again. Okay, make sure to check that out. Boom, over there. Just put it in the chat. And again, make sure to join the edgeful Discords. Make sure to subscribe to the channels here too, okay? Yeah, I mean, right now, where we're sitting, it's in your hands at the moment. You buy it up there, comes back down, you'll feel like you're buying half day. Geez, every single dip is just being brought back up. As I said, we got still 20 minutes to the RB sets as well, so that will impact the screener side of things too. Could potentially be looking to go long soon. There's some confirmation, but ES still looking bearish. Yeah, I wouldn't say ES is bearish, but yeah, on this 5-minute bar it is, 50-minute bar it is. I definitely think something like this would be more ideal, like that on ES. Just a little bit of a pullback. I get what you're saying. A bit of a pullback and then look to take the long. Same as what time frame is recommended for the RB break. Most of the guys use the first hour for the initial balance. See, even YM, something like that. Right. Yeah, so most of the guys use the first hour for the initial balance, same as that opening candle continuation stat as well. So that's why you won't see it over here. I mean, you can customize it, you can change it to the first 30 minutes, but most of the guys use the first hour. So for the RB, are you saying to enter the trade? So it just depends. There's no recommended time frame because it just goes based on levels. Like if you're looking to trade the RB, okay, and you get a pullback, it's just about the pricing level. You can enter on the 1 minute, on the 5 minutes. As long as you got the price level of the initial balance, okay? So it's not really about the time frame. It's more about the price level that it comes back to. So that's the on the RB. There's no specific time frame of entry. It's more of the price. So if you want to, like, let's just go over here. So the RB sets the high, the low, breaks the high, comes back down to the 50% level. That's you can be looking for longs off of there. It's not really a time frame of entry. It's more of a price. And then you got to find your own confirmation. You could enter as soon as it hits that level, or whatever your confirmation for entry is. A lot of for the RB, for the algo, it will come as soon as it hits that level. And look in the video now, back above 185. Yeah, 100%. Good questions. Yeah, look at that. Every single dip just being bought on the NASDAQ. Same as ES. YM is probably the one that's most in play right now because it's at a more relative zone to be buying. But I don't like that big wick on it. I just hopped in. How to use VWAP? Good to have you on. Yeah, another good question. So I use VWAP, New York session open VWAP, as well as the daily VWAP. If I'm above it, I'm looking for ideally for longs, using the opening range breakout as well. So this is let's go to Tesla to kind of use this example. So on Tesla, we've broken the opening range high and we're above the VWAPs. I would look for a retest and then look for confirmation long, something like that. But yeah, as you can see, we got the daily VWAP, which is the black one, and we got the New York session VWAP, which is the blue one. So I'll be looking for retracements to the blue or black, and then looking for continuations above that. That's So I like to use VWAP intraday. Yeah, 100%. Any other questions? Make sure to let me know. As I said, it's price is just kind of ripping without us. As I said, I do like maybe potential long swing long on Tesla with that break of that hourly off that bounce off that hourly 5 SMA. So maybe at the end of the day, I might be looking, depending on how we close, looking for long something like that, and then look to trade it back up towards these highs like that. So swing play, something like that. What I'm looking at on Tesla. Intraday looks really, really bullish as well. So the difference between the daily VWAP and the New York session VWAP. So the daily VWAP starts from the changeover of day. So that would be 6 p.m. Eastern time. The New York session VWAP starts at the New York session open, so 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So it's just where they are anchored to. So the daily includes the overnight. Some of the guys asking, does edgeful use the South African markets? Let's have a look. Reports. Trying to see if it does include the. This is good. This would maybe be here. No, it doesn't have any of those indexes at the moment. It's got the Russell, Dow. Yeah. No, it doesn't have the all share index at the moment. South African all share index. So the YM is starting to get bid back up here again as well. See, this is kind of like a nice entry on the YM, where you have a break of the opening range high, you get a pullback to the New York session and daily VWAP, and now potential longs off of that. So it's something that I'm watching it just at the moment that I am looking at. The only thing that's a stop would have to be pretty big on it. Let me take a small position on YM. Not the stop. We'll get the stop middle of the range. If it comes back down there, I wouldn't want it anymore. So let's go like that. Just got a small position, nothing too serious on YM, but we are trading. We've broken the opening range high. We're looking for a bit of a pullback before maybe a bounce off of this VWAP. So we'd like these VWAPs to kind of hold where we're speaking right now. Okay. Indexes are moving higher. S&P, NASDAQ, all both taking off. Just a small position on the YM chart. I know some of the guys trade YM as well as the as well as the Russell. So we'll see if we can just get that VWAP to hold. As I said, I don't particularly like the price action on it, so I'm not in with anything of meaningful size. I've got the pullback though, compared to what we are getting on ES and NQ. I mean, I wouldn't want to be buying those up there. So if we just see if we can get some continuation, initial balance entry points. Yeah, 25% retracement or the 50% retracement for the entry points on the initial balance. That's what you would be looking for. You can have a look at that. Go to the report section. Okay, and just go to the initial balance report. Let's just go to ES. You can sub-report by rejection and by levels. So that's what you would be looking for. Most of the guys look for either that 25% or the 50% retracements. There we go. Our retracement. There we go. So 25 or 50 is most of what the guys are looking for. Normally 25% retracement level, and the guys looking to trade it back up. Yeah, so just trying a small long here on YM. Okay. Stocks are bullish. NVIDIA now did close on the highs. We're still at that New York session view up. So we'd like to see this continue to bounce higher off of this for continued longs, potentially. The NASDAQ, I mean, just NASDAQ's at half day right now. So I can't be buying that up there. Same as the ES chart. Yeah. Any other questions? Those are some good questions that's been put in the chat right now. Any other questions? Any thoughts? Anyone in any trades? As I did mention like previously, just the DAX has been on absolute tear to start the year. I mean, we've had 13 bullish days in a row. Crazy. So I'm long YM at the moment. In at 489. Just trying to play that VWAP bounce break and retest off that opening range high and then pull back to the VWAP. I've long NASDAQ. Okay, what's your entry price on it on the future side of things? Like where was your entry? Yeah, this thing is just making new highs. I just don't like the long up there, but I definitely see what you're looking at, Mike. This thing looks very, very bullish. Got the RB setting up now in the next, yeah, at the bottom of that 5-minute candle. That's nice. That's a nice entry. 889. Yep. Got the initial balance setting up in the next 5 minutes as well. So we'll give them more gauge to see what we're doing. Just no decent enough pullbacks for me to get long just right there on the ES chart. see Tesla. Yeah, Tesla's still holding above previous day's highs as well. Yeah, 25 cent. Yeah, you would be the CFD pricing slightly different to the futures pricing. Makes sense. No, yeah, CFD pricing and futures pricing will be slightly off by about a couple hundred points. Like if I look at the Nasdaq, there it's 25,914. If I go to the CFD pricing is 25,750. What do you count as a decent enough pullback? Do you have a fixed percentage of the move or pullback to a structure point? However, yeah, I just look for a pullback to a zone. So, like for me on the Nasdaq right now, if I was wanting to get long with more size, and I would like a pullback down to the midpoint of that opening range, and then I'd look to buy it off there. For me right now, I'd rather just be sitting on my hands. But yeah, I don't have a fixed percentage move or anything like that. I just have a zone that I'm looking at, and clearly midpoint of the range. Okay, where we found support on Friday as well. So like a pullback into this level and then looking to get long there. It just gives me better risk reward back up towards the highs to get long. Anyone got any pals coming with some prop firms? I should have some coming out at the end of the month. I took some in the beginning of or end of last year. Should have some more coming out the end of this month as well. But yeah, I know a lot of you guys are trading props here in the live streams in the retail trading space, roughly. So find a prop firm that suits you and keep working it. Trying on a new prop firm looks promising. Nice. Is that the one that you're speaking about on Friday, Mike? Is that I can't remember its name. But nice, bro. Do you still have those funded accounts with Top One? Your side. Yeah, nice. And those Top One accounts, you still have those? Nice. Good stuff, bro. Solid. Just not a fan of the consistency rule. Yeah, that's why I do like trading my own capital. There's no consistency rules and everything like that. But I do agree with you. Long YM in a proper count, just a quick position. MIM rejection stats are very high today. That's more of a concern as it due to a few losses. What do you mean the rejection stats are very high today? Is that more of a concern as it is due to a few losses? I see. So you're saying it's been working out. I'm just long based on technicals right now, personally. So I'm long just because we are respecting that VWAP and I want to see it move higher. And the first hour probably, yeah, it's just printed now, has printed as a bullish first hour too. So let's go to the screener. Look at that, everything's pointing long. Working to compare with top one past the two phase. Is range of the RB in points is crucial. Thanks. Is range of the RB in points crucial for interim and pullbacks? Yeah, I guess the in terms of the range or size of the RB will be important because it depends on how big your stop loss probably needs to be as well. But I just, again, like I don't use the RB too much. I normally just look at the first candle's hour and I use my own determination to get into the trade. So as you can see over here, we've got bullish first hours on predominantly everything across the board. YM is bullish, so we will be looking for longs. And I got long on that pullback to the VWAP. So if I just drop down to a smaller time frame over here like this, okay? So I got long because we had a bullish first hour. Now we got a pullback to the VWAPs, and I'm looking to take that long. That I'm using more of my own analysis to get long on, coupled with the edgeful data that's telling me, yes, you do want to be looking for long today, right? So yeah. But obviously, if you, for me, it doesn't really matter because I'm trading them in CFDs. But in terms of your sizing, of your position sizing, the bigger the opening range or RB, the smaller your sizing will probably have to be depending on where your stop goes. See, so now the video is back over here at the midpoint of the orb. A potential long off of that move could work pretty nicely as well. Okay. Tesla still trading above the highs. NASDAQ. See, NASDAQ also above the highs. I just didn't like that entry price that we were back. We were just too far, too high for me to be looking for any positions up there personally, unless you're looking for a swing trade with your stop, you know, at these lows, something like this, like a big swing trade, but you have to have a massive stop on that. I just didn't like the risk reward ratio back towards as high as you're only looking for. You know, from that opening range high, you're only looking for 80 points, whereas your stop would probably have to be like 150 points back at the opening range low. Yeah, these are good questions though. So we've got Robin long YM with me. Yeah, the YM's looking like it's holding up, and this is why I'm trading YM over the Nasdaq. And yes, it just gave that better pullback of value that I liked. See how we get that break of the opening range high, pullback. Okay, just like this. Break of the opening range high, the pullback, and then I'm getting in at a better price. Instead of buying it up at these highs, I'm getting a better price point on it. So for me, that made a little bit more sense as to why I wanted the longs. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, this is a 50-minute chart, as you can see at the moment. And I still like it for longs and continuation. So looking good right now. anyone with me on this YM trade, obviously I always say do your own research, take your own trades, use this as education. But that is why I did like the longs on YM compared to the Nasdaq, and yes, it just had a better price point, better pullback level to get risk reward ratio. For example, back up to previous days highs, we have 200 points. I can have 150 points stop, give or take, back at that level. We're just not buying at the highs. The video now picking up, as I said, at that midpoint. We would ideally like to see this reject and then bounce back higher. That would bring all of the indexes higher, of course. Nasdaq's still holding above the highs. We'll probably close up here in the next 15 minutes or so. So any last questions, thoughts, comments? Let me know. We can put in the chat. Are you looking for RB high? So yeah, RB high or orb high would be kind of the same price right now, back at 560, call it. So yes. What's up, Jess? Good to have you on. So yes, back at the RB high would be 557, 560 on YM right now. Interesting. We are holding up on Tesla. And the video just taking a little bit of a detour here at the moment, coming back down. Would ideally like this to hold. That would obviously bring our YM higher as well. But YM does look to be just be chugging higher. Let's just go to 1 minute time frame as well. Yeah, we're breaking for new highs since entering the trade. There you go. 535. What's your entry, Jess, on YM? $49462. Brilliant. There you go. So we're looking back towards the highs that we set, regular market trading highs. Up about 56, 60 points at the moment. I'd look to trim a little bit here and then leave a runner. I don't really like this price action at the moment. It's very slow. So I'm going to trim a little bit here. I'm up 60 points in the YM to start the week, and then we'll look to see if we can hold a runner. As I said, like this price action has been pretty slow since getting into it. You can see now NVDA does want to hold up. This is above previous day's lows. So if that holds up, that should send the indexes going as well. Anyone else long YM with me and Jess? There you go. Sure, I'll take in new highs right now. Yeah, we've got, we'll probably close up here in the next couple, guys. I don't want to, we'll still manage the trade, but it's slowing down. As I said, that's why I trimmed. I don't like the slow price action. 49,461 on YM. Good stuff, Robin. Good stuff. Are you trading these on prop firms, Jess, or on YM? Yeah, it's slowing down, but we're still in a good trade. So that's why I trimmed some. See if we can hold now. It looks really, really good. Hourly chart showing rejection. So don't just look to get out just because it looks like it's slowing down. You know, that's why I think you got to try and hold your winners as well. I've just trimmed 25%, and we'll see if we can hold up. If NVIDIA wants to turn here, so we've got a next 15-minute bar starting in a minute's time, 30 seconds time. We can look to see if we can get to that rip for the new highs. Nice on the funded. See, NVIDIA are now respecting previous day's lows. That should help with our YM trade. There you go, YM new highs. There you go. That's a great closure on the 15-minute chart. Nice out TP. Yeah, it would be up over 80 points on that. Brilliant trading. Good stuff. Again, like I don't want everyone just to copy me, but you know, use your own discretion. I'm telling you just the reasons why I take trades, and if it makes sense for you, you know, take it. Don't take it. But yeah, so I think that's a really, really solid trade. But yeah, guys, I think we can call it in the next 2 minutes or so. That's a great trading session. I appreciate you guys watching. A little bit of a slower session with André not being on with me, but I think we just got to take it, just one day at a time. Start off the week with a nice little win on YM. And yeah, we'll see you guys again. I'll be in my live trading room tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then again live with André on stream on Friday. Again, you can hit the link in my bio. Again, I am going to be in the States as well. Okay, so I'm going to be in the States, so you can get the event details there, and then my live trading room, as well as check out obviously edgeful and the data. That's what I love, using the data backed by entries. Entries backed by data. It does help a lot. Cheers, Stuart. Cheers, Mike. Cheers, Anthony, Jess, Robin. Appreciate you guys all being on. Thanks for your time. If you need any questions, make sure to hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. My handles are there in the link in my bio as well. So yeah, have a good one. Cheers, Ramon. Good to have you on, brother. Any questions, you can always message me as well. And we'll leave this runner and let it do its thing. That's how trading should be. Boring, consistent, just doing the same process every single day. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you all on stream tomorrow, my stream, and then Friday with edgeful with André as well. Cheers, guys.